this Super Bowl, kind of give you an early preview of Super Bowl 51. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show. And this is the Power Hour, the realest, truest sports and guy talk show in America, the Doug Stewart Show. Welcome back to the show. What else did I do this weekend? The old lady ran in this little, and I don't think they even run. I don't even know what they do. Just run, walk, or something like this. This chocolate race. A lot of people here in ATL have heard of it. This annual race. Maybe it's a 5K or something like that. I don't know. But the old lady went to that yesterday morning. It starts at like 6 o'clock in the morning. She leaves the house at like 5 o'clock. She's ran it like the last 4 or 5 years. And what else did I do this weekend? I took nephew to his little basketball game Saturday. Remember the thing I was talking to y'all about a couple weeks ago, how you can tell if your kid shouldn't play football? I'm trying to figure out a way to break this to Ryan, but I don't know if Miles should play basketball. I mean, the kid's just so smart. He's like a little genius. And he's great. He's a trooper. But he just seems like he's not interested in the least in basketball. Yeah. So I'd take him to his game. Ryan has another event or something he has to go to. And so whenever I get the opportunity, they love when Uncle Doug, a.k.a. UU, they call me the ultimate uncle. The ultimate uncle always takes advantage of an opportunity to hang out with his nephews. And so took Miles to his game, man, and several times, the ball had already changed possession and was going the other way, and Miles was still standing on the other end of the court, picking his nose. Picking his nose. Several times when he was on the bench, they made a substitution. He was on the bench. Several times the team, would break a huddle and Miles' back would be turned to the floor. I mean, listen, I'm not saying he's not one of the better athletes out there. I mean, clearly he's going to be one of the better athletes because he's a steward. But he's just not interested. He's just not interested. And he was so excited afterwards. It's funny. It's funny. After the game, he was so excited, had to get him home quick because his Uncle Claude, one of Ryan's LBs, and, we the bros, so we call each other uncles and nephews like that. So his Uncle Claude was coming by the house to help him with some type of project they had for the Boy Scouts, like some type of soapbox derby, the little soapbox derby cars, like they're trying to build one of those. Oh, my gosh, he talked my ear off about this damn soapbox derby car. I'm like, oh, man, that's great. That's awesome. He was just talking my ear off about this soapbox derby car. And a couple times when he stopped talking, I was like, but I wish you would put the same enthusiasm and have your back turned to the floor when the coach is talking. They're going to be very successful in life. Maybe not in basketball. Now, Mason, on the other hand, is an actual absolute baller. They're both athletes. Miles just isn't as interested in sports as Mason is. Mason clearly is going to be like an all-state performer in whatever sport that he plays. Miles, he's probably going to be the spelling bee champion of the third grade coming up here very soon. And that's fine. That's fine. That is absolutely fine, man. Great kid. Love hanging out with the nephews, man. Quickly, an early preview of Super Bowl 51. It goes down Sunday, February 5th at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time at Fox. If you follow me on social media, you have seen me post flyers. I am hosting the biggest Super Bowl party in ATL by the brothers of PKK chapter here of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity Incorporated. And this is not an exaggeration. I've been to the Super Bowl party the last 3 years. This is the first time I guess the bros could come up with a budget to pay me to host it. But I've been to the Super Bowl party the last 3 years, and this is not an exaggeration. I'm not embellishing at all. 600 to 700 people, man. Large screen TVs all over the venue. Yeah. Large screen TVs all across the venue, and I wish I had it in front of me right now. I can tell you exactly, where the venue is. But just follow me on social media, and I'll post it in the Doug Sure Show chat group as well. But it's going to be crazy, man. So come on and hang out with the Qs, man. Entertainment at halftime. Usually the bros set out a hop at halftime, and there's food, and there's bartenders, several stations of bartenders and alcohol, and it's free food. You pay a pretty nice price to come in, but it's free food. And I think you actually get a couple of drinks as well. So get the details by checking out my Facebook page. I'll actually post it in the Doug Sure Show Facebook chat group. But the biggest party brought to you by the brothers of PKK chapter of Omega Psi Phi Fraternity in ATL, if you're in ATL. So the game is Sunday, February 5th at 6:30 p.m., and it's on Fox. It's at Houston's NRG Stadium, where they actually have that retractable roof. The line right now, again, is Patriots by 3 points. The Patriots right now are favored by 3 points. Injury scenarios, not really injury scenarios for the Falcons. Claiborne is out, defensive end, with an injury. I think he's done for the year. Julio Jones, they had him listed as, as playing, but he had him listed with this toe issue over the last 2 months he's basically had. But Julio obviously played yesterday, had over 180 yards receiving, a couple of touchdowns. He's going to be fine. 2 weeks off is going to do him well. For the Patriots, they got some injury issues that you'd have in a normal course of a year. Wide receiver Danny Amendola, ankle. Tight end Martellus Bennett, knee. Dante Hightower, knee. Chris Hogan, thigh. Didn't bother him yesterday. Malcolm Mitchell, knee. But all of them should be able to play for the Super Bowl. Once again, the Patriots are 7-6 all-time against the Falcons, but since 2001 have won all 4 meetings with Tom Brady at the helm by an average of 10 points. That don't matter. You talk about insignificant facts, that doesn't matter because none of these players played on these teams or these, played in the games that the Falcons and the Patriots had in the past, where the Patriots have gone 7-6 and won 4 of 4 since 2001. That doesn't matter at all. Jalen Collins wasn't born, Deion Grant wasn't around, Devondre Campbell wasn't around, Grady Jarrett wasn't around. None of that matters. That stat right that I just gave you is very insignificant. It doesn't matter at all. New England surrendered 15.6 points per game in the regular season, fewest in the NFL. However, the Atlanta Falcons scored a league-best 33.8 points per week. The classic defenses versus offensive battle. And the Falcons scored 540 total points, tied for the 8th best of all times. So you got classic good versus evil. The New England Patriots versus the Atlanta Falcons. Good defense versus great offense. The Falcons have even put it in an extra gear in the postseason with 80 total points in their wins over the Seattle Seahawks and the Green Bay Packers. They gonna score. They are going to score. Brady's 4-game Deflategate suspension to start the season may have cost him a 3rd league MVP, they're saying. Matt Ryan's probably going to win it. Matt Ryan's, it's all about the postseason for Matt Ryan, man. The one that could finally bring some closure to the conversation about Matt Ryan and could he win the big game? Could he take the Falcons to the Super Bowl? There's a lot of things on the table, man. The Patriots have long been defined by Brady and Coach Bill Belichick, and it will probably take something like, an incredible play like Butler's unforgettable pick in the Super Bowl to garner the spotlight away from them. Conversely, many Americans will be getting a fresh introduction to the Falcons because nobody pays attention to the Falcons, and for good reason for the most part. The Falcons have been an organization that you really didn't or cared to pay attention to over their history. That's a fact. So a lot of people, man, it's their first real close-up of seeing Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and Devontae Freeman when I've been talking about them over the last couple of weeks and when I picked them to beat Green Bay this past weekend. A lot of the names that I talk about with these players, the defense and the offense, that Falcons fans watch and, are familiar with, a lot of people nationally, man, they don't know who the hell Tevin Coleman is. Like, hell, I wouldn't know who Tevin Coleman is if I didn't live in Atlanta. Tevin Coleman played running back for the Indiana Hoosiers. Who the hell plays football for Indiana? Right. So if we have very little awareness of these players, man, like Devondre Campbell, who played at Minnesota, and Tevin Coleman, who played at Indiana, I'm sure that